very warm welcome to Brand Equity with me, Sonali Krishna. This is where we discuss everything brand, business strategy, marketing, consumer insights, and everything in between. On the show this week, a tete-a-tete with the director and head of GMS Facebook India, Sandeep Bhushan, on Instagram's latest initiative, the LoveRunsDeep Challenge. Followed by a meet and greet with the jury that will evaluate entries of the LoveRunsDeep Challenge. Now, Instagram over the years has built a reputation for itself in terms of authentic connections. Creators on Instagram are not just artists for their line of work, but experts on honest and authentic brand communication. Brands have fast realized this and have been engaging via these creators to showcase their value in a very personal way. Instagram is now looking at taking this a notch up and have launched a unique challenge for brands called LoveRunsDeep. To talk about this initiative and what it entails, I'm joined by none other than Sandeep Bhushan, Director and Head GMS Facebook. Thank you so much, Sandeep. Truly a pleasure having you on Brand Equity.
Thank you, Sonali. Great to be here.
Tell me all about this unique challenge and this initiative that Instagram has launched, LoveRunsDeep. The what, the why, the how, the trigger, all of it.
Instagram is where we come to express ourselves, and we follow our passions and all the leaders and experts and the influencers around those passions.
Right.
We call it love. And 90%, for example, of consumers follow a brand. 2/3 of consumers are on Instagram to follow a celebrity or a creator. This creates a wonderfully warm space for expression, and brands have been using that on the platform. We're taking this even wider with a very specific program called LoveRunsDeep. 25 creators are on board to help brands tell their stories, and we will do it with brand briefs being converted to business outcomes over the next few months. That's the program. And of course, all costs are borne by the program. So it's a great opportunity for brands to explore how Instagram influences business results with this power of influencers with LoveRunsDeep.
Sandeep, advertising is all about emotions and human connect. How do you see the role of creators, especially on Instagram, to achieve the same?
I think two axes. One is that the primary purpose for coming back to Instagram is to follow passions. So consumers, users are on the platform to look for conversation, to look for leadership around their chosen passions. So there's intent of consumers. Like I mentioned, 90% follow a brand, 65% want to talk to celebrities and endorsers. The other space that is very relevant is authenticity. The reason why celebrities get that very warm engagement when brands express themselves in a certain fashion, they get a very interesting engagement, is because of authenticity of expression. So build passions and authenticity into your mix of communication with your consumer. You will be able to tug at their emotional needs. And this is the mix that makes influencer marketing so successful, because it authentically brings alive the brand proposition in the construct of the influencer's life. Of course, brands themselves do authentic expression and do extremely well and are always on Instagram as well. But the thread of both chasing passions and authentic expression come together wonderfully to create a rich space for persuasiveness.
Well, what according to you, and you're the best person to answer this, is the big behavioral shift you've seen in the industry when it comes to influencer marketing?
Sonali, I think we need to step back first and see how mobile consumption and interactions on social have changed very significantly over time, and this year even more so. We know, for example, mobile influence, which is the impact and interaction on a mobile device with your brand will impact sales, is up 25%. We also know that product usage, multiple products that we have for all the way from live to reels, for example, is moving up very significantly. Add these two things together. So lots of time and an intent to be influenced by authentic brand communication creates a wonderful space.
Right.
Influencers add one more very interesting layer apart from the ones we've spoken about, which is to be the voice of the brand in the context that we are socially distanced. I cannot go and ask my neighborhood retailer, for example, a question, so I may lean on an expert advice of the influencer. So all of the factors that are first driving massive digital influence or in the mobile ecosystem, and add to that social distancing, and the influencer marketing agenda becomes even more imperative.
In your view, what role, and if you could quantify that, does Instagram play in the evolution of influencer marketing, and why should brands act on it now?
Instagram is the home for influencers. We've learned to follow celebrities, we've learned to follow influencers, we've learned to follow experts on this platform because we see more of them and what they really care for. I think that part is very well understood. I think the part that's new is the impact of business results that more and more brands now understand. For example, a Hyundai Aura at the height of the lockdown launches a car but uses primarily influencer marketing because that was the way to get buzz to very clear salience results. A brand such as from Mondelez, such as their cocoa part of the portfolio, launches to very clear business results. Brands are today born on Instagram. I'll give an example of a food company, Wingreens Farms, that's doing work entirely on Instagram and building a business. So whether you're the smallest business or the largest business, whether you're doing Instagram only or as Instagram as part of a mix, it's all about business results. So consumer movement to digital, massive mobile influence, influencers bringing an authentic voice, and business results. That's the whole story of why brands should bring Instagram influencers into the mix.
Well, on that note, it's time for a short breather, but we'll be back in just a minute with the jury that's going to be evaluating the entries for this Instagram Love Runs Deep challenge. So stay tuned and find out what the jury has to say. Welcome back. The show's called Brand Equity, and I'm Sonali Krishna. Now, taking the Instagram Love Runs Deep challenge conversation forward, which aims to highlight the bond between followers, creators, and brands by showing how effortlessly brands can become part of this journey, it's time to meet the illustrious jury of the Instagram Love Runs Deep challenge that will evaluate this for brands. Well, without further ado, let's meet the jury. It's Neha Markanda, Head of Business Marketing, Facebook, Asim Varsi, Senior Vice President and Head of E-Commerce Business, Samsung India, Rajdeep Das, Chief Creative Officer, Leo Burnett, and Harish Narayanan, Chief Marketing Officer of Myntra. Let's take a look at their take on the Love Runs Deep Challenge.
For this initiative, the inspiration really came from Instagram as a platform. It is just such a beautiful, vibrant platform where people have come in millions to express their passion. And, I'd go on to say that Instagram has very, very responsibly created a cultural shift in the way people choose to express themselves. And that's what really inspired us to even start thinking about Love Runs Deep. Because people are coming to the platform to connect with all the people and things that they love. And that was really the genesis of why we began to think about how we can create an opportunity for brands to leverage this beautiful relationship that is existing on the platform between the community and their expression with creators. So I tell you, we did a research and we found that 69% of people are really coming to the platform to connect with celebrities, 64% with creators. And what was really, really exciting for us is that 90% are actually following brands, and almost all of them take an action. So we really felt that we could come up with a program or an initiative that allows for brands to take this opportunity of what is happening so beautifully on the platform. And that's why Love Runs Deep, where we are going to encourage brands, large and small, to tell us what are the marketing outcomes that they care about. We'll look at those briefs, a jury will sit down, shortlist briefs, and then we have a beautiful ensemble of 25 creators who will then shortlist to 5 brands, and these creators will then work on those shortlisted brands to come up with campaigns that the brands can run. To me, what is fundamental to this evolution is the fact that the role of influencer marketing, it was erstwhile, largely considered to be a buzz creating marketing tactic. But today, I think what Instagram has demonstrated, that it's a very, very powerful marketing intervention that can actually drive business outcomes that you care about as a marketer. We've spoken about the scale and the impact that Instagram can have in terms of the millions that you can reach. It's a very engaged audience. And importantly, you can drive business outcomes that you can truly measure. And how you can do that is through branded content ads. Now, what branded content ads really allow for you on Instagram to do is that when you create content with a lot of love and you try and make it relevant for your marketing, for your target audience, you want to, as a marketer, take it to the maximum possible audience that is possible, to your intended target audience. Now, creators have their own organic reach. What branded content ads allow for you to do is to take that authentically created content and take it far and wide to the entire audience that you care about. And it can happen directly via the creator. So it remains authentic, but it now ends up going to the audience that you care about. Secondly, much like any other products that we have on the Facebook family, all measurement and testing tools are applicable even to branded content ads. So if there are any campaign level changes that you want to make, those are now possible through influencer marketing. So it truly moves, or helps you drive business outcomes and you can measure them. We have seen over the past few years that influencer marketing has moved business outcomes across the funnel. So it's not just about objective A or objective B being met via influencer marketing on Instagram. We've seen full funnel impact. And some of the examples that come to me top of mind for, say, a marketing task like a launch. So we recently had Hyundai Aura launch, via creators on Facebook and Instagram. And for a launch, the most important metric is building awareness. And we saw a significant jump of 4.6 points on awareness. And we even saw a typically hard to move metric like brand preference go up by 3.7 points. Not just that, community, we've spoken about how people come for their interests. So if you're interested in cooking, and the lockdown was a time when I think many more people got interested in cooking. We had Cadbury Cocoa partner with a bunch of creators and share recipes, and we saw a massive improvement in purchase intent for Cadbury Cocoa as well. So overall, if you see, there are different marketing tasks and all achieved credibly via creators on the platform. And that really, is therefore the encouragement that we want to, and the confidence with which we are keen on driving this far and wide across the marketing industry. All you have to do is really log on to igloverunsdeep.com. This is an invitation to all brands across any category of products that you are involved in. All you have to do is tell us your brief. It could be as simple as 3 powerful words, or you could share a little bit more of the business context. It's a very short form that has to be filled up on www.igloverunsdeep.com. We encourage you to take the time and fill out that simple form. This will then be looked at by a very, very eminent jury, and we will shortlist down to 5 brands, and then the 25 creator pool is going to come in and work on the content and deliver to the brand brief that you've shared with us. Advice, I think, just keep authentic. Tell us your honest business outcome that you truly want to care about, because we really want you to experience the power of influencer marketing in driving the business outcomes that you care about. So keep it interesting, but keep it authentic and keep it extremely outcome focused, because that's what we really want to demonstrate.
In the last few years, improved and affordable data coupled with powerful and immersive smartphones have fueled both content consumption and content creation across India. A lot of people have moved up to becoming content creators and influencers in their own niche circles in their own unique native ways. Nowadays, influencer marketing is a critical pillar for success of any marketing campaign. Hence, it's extremely important to have the right strategy and a well-knitted execution idea to make it all work. The Love Runs Deep challenge will help marketers like you all to understand the nitty-gritties of influencer marketing by working directly with influencers. Your brief should highlight a real-world marketing or business aspiration that you as a marketer want to achieve through influencer marketing. The KPIs should be well defined and measurable to objectively judge the outcome of this activity. What are the KPIs that you as a marketer want to achieve or monitor? Example, the lifts in your awareness consideration scores, the positive sentiments, the NPS, or whatever is important to your brand measure.
Influencer marketing has become a core part of all our marketing plans over the last many years. And at Myntra, we keep influencer marketing at the heart of a lot of our programs as well. If you look at how the role that influencers play in today's day and age, they are not just influencers or content creators, they are also friends, they are celebrities in their own right, and they are educators, they are fashion trendsetters. And in a category like fashion, it makes even more sense for us to work very closely with them. We launched even a reality show last year called Myntra Fashion Superstar, which was all about finding India's next big influencers and fashion trendsetters. And this goes across our marketing campaigns, whether it's a sale campaign or a brand campaign, we work very closely with them. Now, Instagram is the place where we go to find the best influencers in fashion at scale. And this program, Love Runs Deep, is something that I'm very keenly looking forward to the entries. I believe that Instagram has a lot of goodies in store for all the people who apply. A good brief is a great starting point. So I think the brands and their problem statements converted into the right brief could be the start of something great for these brands. And when we look at the output that can be achieved based on these new briefs, working with influencers and co-creating these ideas and these campaigns with them would be something very, very interesting, and I'm looking forward to this experience.
There was a time when brands used to be influencers, and it's time now where the influencers are the new brands. It's the first time ever both coming together in one platform to create something fun. Love Runs Deep is an amazing platform and initiative by Brand Equity and Instagram to get brands and influencers coming together and creating some amazing content. There will be brief coming out by the marketers, and influencers will take that and create some amazing creations. I'm really excited because I love Instagram and spend most of my time just surfing Instagram and putting pictures and just loving it. And this time, we'll be seeing some amazing content by the brand and for the brands, by the creators. Best of luck, guys.
Over the years, I've used Instagram to share my love for nature, the environment, and the learnings I'm acquiring on sustainability.
I act, I write, I travel, I love what I do. But one thing I'm proud of is my Instagram family.
Instagram is my virtual house, but it's my community that truly makes it a home. I am because they are.
3 years I started using Instagram and the response has been amazing. It's great communication. They have become like a family. I can talk to them, they can talk to me. If you got a brief, bring it to me.
Share it with me.
This is Instagram.
The Love Runs Deep.
The Love Runs Deep.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're completely out of time. Hope you enjoyed the show. To take the time and drop us a line at brandequity@etnow.tv, or alternatively, you can log on to our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/brandequity, and tell us what you thought of the show. You could also tweet to us at Brand Equity Live. We're also present on Instagram now, and it's called @BrandEquityShow. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Until then, stay safe.